In the beginning there were two brothers, Cain the farmer and Abel the shepherd. They lived in harmony, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. But beneath the surface, a growing seed of discontent was taking root in Cain's heart.
Why does everyone love Abel more?
The seeds of envy were sown early in Cain's life, nurtured by a sense of inadequacy and a desire for recognition.
Why does he always favor Abel?
The human heart is a complex tapestry of emotions, where jealousy, pride, and a longing for acceptance can intertwine to create a toxic brew. For Cain, these emotions were amplified by his perceived shortcomings and the societal pressures of his time. The brothers had grown, and with them their roles. Cain, the firstborn, became a tiller of the ground, while Abel, the younger, was a keeper of the sheep. Each with their own path, their own labor.
Do you see it? How easily he smiles. How everything just works for him? Look at him. While I break my back under the weight of the earth, the animals practically come to him, as if he were made for it. And me, every inch I gain is a fight. Every piece of land, every crop is a struggle. The earth itself resists me. But for him, it's all handed to him. Why?
Cain worked the soil, pouring his blood and sweat into the earth, but it was Abel's labor that seemed to bear fruit with ease. And with each passing day, Cain's bitterness grew like a seed buried deep in his heart. It came to pass that both brothers would bring an offering to the Lord. Abel brought the firstborn of his flock, their fat portions, the finest he had to offer, and Cain, from the ground, the fruits of his labor.
This is all I have. I've worked harder than him. I've struggled more, and yet it never feels like enough. I give what I can, but why does it still feel small? Look at him. He doesn't even have to try. Everything comes easy to him. His offering is perfect because everything is perfect for him. What about me? What about my sweat, my pain?
And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering, he had no regard.
No, this can't be right. I worked for this. I gave what I had, everything I had. How could he reject it? Reject me? Of course, he accepts Abel's offering. Of course he does. Abel, the golden child, the favored one. Always him. Always.
Cain, why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do well, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must rule over it.
Rule over it? How? It's already inside me. It's already here. I can't stop it. It's too strong. No matter what I do, I'll never be like him. I'll never be enough.
And so, the seed of sin grew in Cain's heart, despite the warning. A darkness that would soon consume him.
It's not fair. Why him? Why not me?
As the day faded, Cain's heart darkened. The whispers of jealousy grew louder, drowning out the warnings. He could no longer see his brother as family, only as a rival.
Brother, join me. The flock is healthy today. We should celebrate.
Celebrate? Why? Because you're favored? Because God smiles upon you?
That's not what this is about, Cain. It's about family.
Family? You mean the family that praises you while I toil in the dirt?
It's not a competition. I admire your strength. You work hard, and I respect that.
How is that fair? Respect? You don't understand. You've never had to fight for anything. It's all handed to you.
Cain, please, this isn't you. I'm your brother. I love you.
In that moment, the storm broke. I couldn't see him anymore. All I saw was the rage, like fire consuming everything in its path.
Cain, no!
I won't be overshadowed any longer. In that moment, I felt everything break. The bond of brotherhood shattered. All that was left was the silence and the blood. What have I done? I didn't mean to. I wanted to be enough.
And so, Cain became the first to bear the weight of fratricide. In a moment of weakness, he lost everything, and the shadow that had whispered to him for so long now screamed in his ears.
I'm lost, forever lost. The rain couldn't wash it away. The blood, the guilt, the weight of what I had done. It clung to me, a stain that would never leave. I could feel the earth beneath me tremble as if it wept for my brother.
Cain, where is your brother Abel?
I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?
What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground.
I could hear it. The blood. It called out from the earth, accusing me, cursing me. I couldn't escape it. I couldn't deny it.
Now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth.
No! No! This punishment, it's too great. You're casting me away from your presence. You're making me a wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me. I couldn't bear it. To be cast out, to be alone. I had already lost everything. My brother, my family, myself. Now I was losing God.
Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
And so I was marked, protected, but cursed. A wanderer, forever bearing the weight of my brother's death, of my own failure.
And Cain became a wanderer, a man without a home. The ground, once his domain, now rejected him. He was doomed to roam the earth, bearing the mark of his guilt, his sorrow, and his loss.
I walked, and never stopped. The world became my prison. No matter where I went, the earth rejected me. The crops withered, the ground dried up, and the voices, they never left me. Murderer, brother killer, cursed one. Murderer, brother killer, cursed one. I tried to escape it, but no matter how far I went, the blood followed me. The memory of what I had done never left me. This is my fate. To wander, to live, but never truly be alive. The blood of my brother cries out to me every day, every night. I carry it with me, etched into my skin, burned into my soul. I am the firstborn, and I am the first to fall, the first to feel the weight of sin, the first to be cast out. My name will be a warning to all who follow.
And so Cain wandered, forever marked, forever haunted. The weight of his brother's blood followed him to the ends of the earth.
Years have passed, decades, perhaps more. Time has lost its meaning. I have wandered the earth as a ghost, no home, no peace. The world moves on, and yet I remain, burdened by the past, haunted by a single moment. I thought time would dull the pain, that the years would wear away the guilt, but it doesn't fade. It only deepens. The blood of my brother has seeped into my bones, into the earth itself.
Cain, the firstborn of Adam, the first to till the earth, the first to offer a sacrifice, and the first to commit murder. His legacy was not written in words, but in blood. His name would echo through the generations, a warning, a curse.
I've watched from the edges, always from afar. I've seen generations rise and fall, families grow and the world change. But for me, nothing ever changes. The curse, it stays. I stay. I wonder if they know, if they've heard the story of the firstborn who lost everything, the man who killed his brother, the cursed one. I wonder if they fear me, or if I've become nothing more than a shadow in their myths. The mark. This mark was meant to protect me, a shield, a warning to others. But it's always felt like a brand, a reminder that I am separate, that I am untouchable. It has kept me alive, but it has also kept me alone.
You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth.
God's mercy was also my prison. What have I learned after all these years? That jealousy can consume a soul, twist it until it becomes unrecognizable. That a single act can ripple through eternity, leaving scars that time cannot heal. But I have also learned that mercy comes in many forms. Even in my wandering, even in my exile, I was not forgotten. I was not destroyed. Perhaps that is mercy in itself. I was the first to fall, but I will not be the last. Let them remember my story, not just for the sin, but for the cost. Let my name be a warning, a lesson. I am Cain, the firstborn, the fallen, and this is my story.